So hi guys, I hope everybody's doing good. So today I'm going to be reviewing the eyeshadows from the MUA Makeup Academy Pro makeup range, and I'm only reviewing the eyeshadows, which include the Extreme Metallic Quads, the professional eyeshadow palettes which have 12 eyeshadow colors in them, and the eyeshadow trios like these. So they've got, I think, 7 of these. They've got 7 different colors. Before I start, I'm just going to quickly tell you about my makeup. I know everybody's going to ask me which eyeshadows I used. I basically used these new MUA palettes. I used 4 of them. On my lid I used this green color right here from the Dusk Till Dawn palette. I just applied all over my lid, and in my crease and the outer corner I used this black, shimmery black eyeshadow from the Glitter Ball palette, and above my crease I used this hot pink and this kind of baby pink and a little bit of this purple from the Poptastic palette, and in the end I used pastel pink, really light baby pink from the Pretty Pastels palette on my brow bone and in the inner corner and slightly on my lower lash line. I'm going to start off with the 12 eyeshadow palettes, and I'm going to start off with my favorite palette, which is the Dusk Till Dawn palette. And I don't know, whenever I look at my palettes, this is the palette on which my eyes go first. I don't know, maybe it's the colors, maybe it's just this really pretty green right here. It's kind of a sea green color, and this really deep deep purple which has dark grey undertones, and I really like these amazing shimmery colors. The pigmentation is really great. The eyeshadows are really silky smooth. I'll just show you a couple of eyeshadows from each palette. Here you can see this really pretty green, and this is this color right here, this one, and this one is the purple right here. I really love this palette right here, this Dusk Till Dawn, because it's got some really pretty neutral colors up here and really amazing dark colors down here, which includes a really intense gold. I think this is definitely a palette which you can keep with you when you're traveling. Before I go on, I just want you guys to know that I purchased all these eyeshadow palettes myself. They were not sent to me, or I did not win them in any contest or something. I paid for them. I fully paid for them myself. So the next palette is the Glitter Ball palette, and it has some really shimmery golds and some kind of taupey bronze. This is a really pretty taupe color right here, some grey, some really pretty lilac, and all these colors in this palette are really shimmery. Like some of them got tiny glitter in them, but most of them are shimmer finish or satin finish. This black right here, it appears to be a really shimmery black with glitter in it, but it really comes off as a matte black, and I think that's really good, because I really do prefer black eyeshadow in all my palettes, because when I'm traveling I just pick up one palette and just, you know, I don't want to be taking any more single eyeshadows with me, especially a black. Really want a black eyeshadow in every palette. So this is quite intense black. It does have little shimmer in it, but when you apply it, it doesn't really show. This palette really has a really pretty lilac right here. This is the taupey bronze color right here, this one, and this is the black, sorry, this is the taupey brown right here, this one, and this is the black. Again, this is one of my favorite palettes from MUA, and this is the Poptastic palette. I really like the colors. They're really bright. They are shimmery, but they're not really over the top shimmery, like they're not really metallic-y shimmer in them. I wouldn't mind a black eyeshadow in this palette, but still this is a really pretty palette. I love the collection of colors in this. this purple right here, this is amazing. It's a really pretty purple. And this one, MUA does a single eyeshadow in this color as well. I don't remember the number, I'll just put it down in the description box below, but this is the duo toned eyeshadow. It's purple but has blue undertones to it. So this one is the duochrome eyeshadow, this one is the purple right here, and this is the really pretty blue right here. Really pretty palette and really good color payoff. The next palette, which is one of my favorites, is the Pretty Pastels palette, and I really like this palette because I know most of you would see this palette and say, oh my god, this palette practically doesn't have any color. This palette is absolutely amazing. I think this palette contains absolutely all the highlighting shades you would ever want. Like, it's got really pretty neutrals right here, some peaches, lovely lilacs, really light blue, a very pale green, a yellow, this is a kind of a taupe, goldeny color, a pinky highlight. Like, every highlight which you can think of is in this palette. You can also use these palettes for daytime looks, like just sweep a color across the lid, contour your crease, and just apply liner and mascara, and you're done. For me, I think this is a perfect palette for highlights. I'm always going to use this palette for highlights. The next palette from MUA is the Heaven and Earth, and this palette has been a hit among most of you guys because it has the really amazing neutral colors, the bronze, the browns, the golds, the taupe colors, which are really in, and I know everybody likes to wear them during the day. This has only tans, goldens, beige, bronze, and this is kind of a taupey brown. This is kind of a taupey brown, and a highlighting shade right here. So I swatched this gold, which is this one. I don't know if you can see it, but this is actually really pigmented. And then I swatched this bronze right here, and it's right here. Oh wow, wow, it's really pigmented. And I swatched this really pretty cream color right here, and it's this one. So yes, this is again a really good palette, really excellent color payoff, really smooth application of the eyeshadows. The consistency is amazing. If you're the person who likes neutrals, I think this is a really good palette to have in your collection. So this is the last palette from the 12 color eyeshadow palettes, and this is called the Starry Night, and this is more towards the grey side. It has all the stormy colors like greys and bluish greys and silvers. So you see, this is the black. It's not a really jet black, it's kind of a gunmetal black, and this is the really pretty pink right here, and this is the lilac one. The lilac's right here, and this is a grey. It's a really pretty grey. This one, a silvery grey. So I think if you're a fan of those dark smoky eyes, or I think this is a palette for you. Again, really good consistency, excellent color payoff. I'm really amazed. I was a big fan of the MUA eyeshadows, the single eyeshadows, and I was really excited about these the MUA professional range to come out. And as soon as it came out, I bought all the eyeshadows that were available in the collection. And I really didn't get enough time to play around with these eyeshadows. They were sitting in my drawer, and I just, you know, today I thought that I'll create a look, and created this look with them. But I haven't tried out the extreme metallics, and I'm really anxious to use them because they are the most creamiest powder eyeshadows I have ever seen. Like, they're almost like cream eyeshadows. So next I'm going to show you the eyeshadow quad, and this one's my favorite. It's called Go Getter, and I really like the collection of eyeshadows in this one. Here's a really pretty kind of light peach highlighter color. Here's a shimmery taupe color, and this is a bronze, and this is a really deep bronzy brown color payoff is amazing. I think this quad is for around £3.50. I don't exactly remember. I think it's £3.50. And just look at the color payoff. Like, for that amount of money and this amazing color payoff is like, wow. So the next one is called Smokin', and this has an off-white, kind of silvery white highlighter, a really pretty taupey grey, this is a gunmetal grey, and a really jet black eyeshadow. I think this is a matte eyeshadow. I just swatched my fingers once on each eyeshadow and just look at the color payoff. I think like this is the most craziest thing I've ever seen. Like, for the amount of money, this is an amazing color payoff. Another one of my favorites from the MUA Extreme Metallic Quads is Celebrity. I really like this one because the theme of this quad is lilacs and purples. It's got a very pale lilac-y highlighter, a very pretty lilac, kind of purpley bronze color, and then a really pretty bluish purple eyeshadow right here. I really like this palette because it's kind of a really toned down palette. It's got really pretty summery colors. I think I'm going to be using these for daytime looks. Very pretty. The next quad is called Glammed Up, and this is one of the really shimmery quads, and this is how the colors look like. So this is the 5th Extreme Metallic Quads, and this is called Showstopper. You can see the color pigmentation, the texture, the smoothness of these eyeshadows. You guys, when you just run your fingers through them, you instantly know how smooth they are. Like, amazing. Just look at the color payoff. Oh my god, they would definitely compete with any of the high-end makeup brands. I personally think that they're like 100 times better than the Maybelline or L'Oreal or Rimmel eyeshadows or any other like drugstore brands which are available. I think in the drugstore, you know, considering the prices, considering the consistency, considering the color payoff, I think these are the most amazing eyeshadows ever. And last from these Extreme Metallic eyeshadow quads is this eyeshadow palette, and this is called Starstruck. And one of the palettes which has lighter shades in it. Next are the MUA eyeshadow trios. They really look like, they do remind me of the Bourjois eyeshadow trios. But I personally think that the texture of these MUA eyeshadows is better. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I really think that I find those Bourjois eyeshadows a bit dry. But these MUA eyeshadows are like, they're really pigmented. This first one's called Pink Sorbet, and it's got really light colors, got really light shades of pink, and it comes off like this. So this one's the darkest shade right here, and these are the two lighter shades. And then this one's called Blue Baby, and it has a kind of a golden highlighter, a very fresh blue, kind of a light blue, and there's a really deep blackish blue. This is the lighter color, the light blue. This is the darkest blue, and this is the highlighting shade. This one's called Chocolate Box, and it has some bronze, some pinkish brown, and a really pretty peachy color which goes really good with the brown eyeshadows as a highlighter. And these are the colors. The next one is called Passion, and this is a purple toned palette. It's got a bluish purple eyeshadow right here, a lilac-y purple down here, and a really pretty goldeny off-white highlighter. Darkest purple. This is the highlighter, kind of a goldeny highlighter, and this is lilac purple. This is one of my favorite eyeshadow trios, and this is called Eden. I don't know, I just really love the green eyeshadows in this one, and just see how amazing the color pigmentation becomes when you use them with the damp brush. So this is the second last eyeshadow trio I have, and this is called Smoke Screen, and this is deep grey, gunmetal grey tones. So this is the color payoff. Last but not the least, this is also one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes from this collection, and this is called Innocent, with greenish blue undertones to it, and a goldeny off-white highlighter. And so this was the last eyeshadow palette which I had from the MUA professional makeup range. You guys heard so many other people on YouTube raving about these MUA eyeshadows, but they are really worth the price. Like, for such a small amount of money you're getting an amazing color payoff. In the next tutorial, guys, take care and I will see you later. Bye bye.